Hey guys. The kitchen's a bit of a mess because there was a grocery run today, but today I am making some mini pot pies. Well, when I say pot pies, I really mean mini meat pies. There will be some carrots, celery, and potatoes, and some onion too. But I've already gotten started, and I don't know, today's been rather hectic, so I've already diced one potato, so it's one small potato diced, and they're going to go in a pan for some, shall we say, gravy that goes in some Pillsbury pie crusts. I'm not doing everything homemade, but it's better than nothing, right? So I'm cutting from left to right on the potatoes, and that's what they should look like, little chip things. And I'm removing the rounded end pieces, and I'm cutting those separate so that way I have a stable surface to work with. And I'm going to cut them, so long as I want to cooperate. Hang on. I'm going to cut them, and I'm going to cut going down where it's like a little oval. So I'm going to be cutting down. Hang on. I'll show you. You want to make sure that the knife is sharp. I did that beforehand, so that way it sounds a little off, but if you really want to think about it, a sharp knife is actually safer. I've got a story behind that, and I'll give an explanation why before the story. When you're cutting fruits and vegetables, it's best to have a sharp knife, so that way you June. Sorry, that was June. Anyway, you want to make sure you have a sharp knife, so you're not 100% sure how to explain this. When you have a sharp knife, you tend to get a cleaner cut. So anyway, that should be the slices that you have. Sorry. When you're cutting a potato for mini meat pies, you want to make sure that it's like you're cutting them to look like fries, and then you're cutting them into small cubes because they are miniature meat pies. And I may not make them look really, really pretty on the aftermath of it, so chances are just gonna have to bear with me on that. But things have been a bit hectic lately, so I'm not really posting as often. But just in case nobody saw the post I made just yet, I have a Twitch account that I will be using for gaming on my Xbox. It will be lives, so when I got Twitch going, be sure to tune in, so that way y'all don't miss any of the games that I may end up playing, such as Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora, Hogwarts Legacy, and lastly, some good old other games. I haven't quite figured the rest of it out just yet because I'm using For my gaming, I've used the Xbox Series S, and it's been fun. Graphics are phenomenal. So, yeah. So, what you're going to want to do is you're going to set out a pot, and you're going to get no more than 1 tablespoon of any olive oil that you have in your house. 1 tablespoon of olive oil. And you're going to put that on the bottom of the pan. And then if you have an electric stove, you're going to cut it to that notch, that little dot between 3 and 5. So hang on. Not my phone. So very careful. You're going to put it between those notches, that dot right there between 3 and 5, and then 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Hang on. Stay. Okay. And then you're going to take potatoes and you're going to put them in the pot. Because potatoes are rather thick, very dense, they're going to be a little bit longer. They're going to take a good while to, well, shall we say, soften or cook. I'm going to go over seasonings here shortly. For now, it's just me and my dad here at home. So I got like a little bit of a story to share. I have managed to quote unquote outdo my dad in the kitchen cooking, and it's really awesome, or at least I've outdone his expectations. I've managed to cook some really, really tasty pancakes, and his carrot is fresh, so might be a minute. And I've managed to do some really good things in cooking. And if any of y'all happen to wonder, I am trying to lose weight, so that's an added bonus. So definitely, a lot of things will be kept in mind. Somebody on one of my videos had commented, and it was one of my shorts, that very inappropriate, very inaccurate, shall we say, assumption. So let's just put it into simple terms. I will not tolerate any negative speaking on this channel in comments. So if anything else, if you don't like any of the videos, it's fine. That's honestly your choice. But it doesn't mean that it's nice in any way to comment stuff like that. So I will be monitoring the comments, and if anybody wants to be mean, y'all will understand this much. I will not tolerate it. So comments will either be cut off for the next couple of videos and y'all won't be able to comment, or I'm just going to ignore those comments and they will not be responded to. Just a different action is all I can say. So for the most part, let's keep it positive. positive, positive, positive. No more mean, no more negative, because that's not going to happen. And I'm only addressing it like this because I don't have the equipment proper just yet, so I'd have to do some live videos in order for videos to be, well, on video themselves. So if you're not able to find the videos that I've been posting, be sure to tune in, because I'm still waiting to hear back in regards to equipment. And chances are it's going to be a minute, so it's going to be a lot of posting on my phone. And it's a Moto G, and this particular model of Android does not like me, figuratively. So it's going to be a little difficult, because I just noticed that around the late hours, I'm not able to watch any videos, because I'm not sure what happens there, but it's a little froggy. So there's that as well. Okay. So carrots are cut as well. Chaos. If y'all are wondering why walking around the counter is very weird, I'll show y'all here shortly when I'm done stirring the potatoes. I've got somebody in his kitchen. She's a fuzzy little furball. Michaela, hugs! So we got fuzzy Michaela right here. She's an Australian Shepherd. She's a pain in the neck, but she's apparently wanting to go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down somewhere at least. So that'll be a weird two-step dance. I've never done that, but still. Anyway, I'm gonna say this much. Like I said, I'm not gonna tolerate any negative actions, words, comments, or anything like that, because I'm well aware of a lot of things that I may very well be doing wrong, or how I present myself. Let's just say this much. I have things going on that I do not have to share. And for that, just, I don't know, it's chaos every day is what I'm going to say. And that'll be it. So, I didn't get an exact measurement because I used like a drinking cup, but you're going to want to put no more than 1 cup, 1 cup of water using this liquids measuring cup. But because I have more experience with cooking, I went and used a drinking cup. So, with that in mind, you're going to let that, and you're going to put the matching lid. Hang on. Dang, that was supposed to be a sneeze? I laugh at myself sometimes. That was a reverse sneeze. Yeah, way to go, right, Michaela? A reverse sneeze on live. Good grief, right? And she just beating me up. Yeah. I embarrassed myself on that live video. Now where did I put the oh, darn. Go like that. Off. Good girl. Oh, there it is. You're going to want to make sure that you cover the potatoes with the matching lid to the pot, because when you're doing that, you're increasing some kind of pressure, so the water boils faster. How is it explained to me? That maybe I cannot confuse on live. Okay. when you're covering something such as water in a pot, because you're covering something, it's like there's a seal that's making it, even though I don't know how to present that word-wise. Whatever it is, it just helps raise the pressure, which increases the speed of how long it's going to take for something to boil, such as water. Okay, so what you're going to do for seasonings is table grind black pepper, some granulated garlic. Garlic smell. This was put in a different container and written in Sharpie to it's what it is. But onion powder, you're going to get some onion powder as well. Okay, some cumin, ground cumin, and hang on. Okay, if y'all have it at the time, you can. Otherwise, you could just use regular kosher or sea salt. But I'm going to be using some smoked sea salt, and it's really, really good. So you'll find it in some culinary stores. The one where we got that it's called Surfa's, and it's in Hot Springs, Arkansas, downtown. It's a little place on a block, so chances are you just gotta look for a little stand sign, and that'd be it. One more ingredient for a dry ingredient that we need. That is some beef base, which you can find, I think, if I'm not mistaken, you can find this one in a Mexican market, or occasionally, depending on where you are, in a Walmart. I think my dad got these from the Mexican market here we have in town, so there's that. We also need that, and we'll see why it's defrosting in the sink as we speak. Now, when you notice that there's a boil on the potatoes, just I kind of like shaking off some of that, what's it called again? Condensation, which is when steam is essentially creating some kind of moisture, because steam is evaporated water, right? And to take this, and you're going to want no more than a teaspoon. I eyeball it, like I said, because I have a little more experience in the kitchen. But, so I don't get it wrong, I'm going to lead by example. And I'm going to get a teaspoon. So, let's see. Here we go, 1 teaspoon. Chances are, you may not have, like, all the ingredients. It's okay, because I'm not following any recipes specifically, but I am kind of creating my own right now, which might lead to me making a recipe book, and that could very well be one of those hobbies that I do in the future. I don't have the equipment currently, but I have a fascination for art, and I really love abstract. Okay, so you're gonna want, I don't know if that's 2 tablespoons or 2 teaspoons. So here we go. You want to get, even that's not much. Okay, so 2 teaspoons. You're gonna get 2 teaspoons of onion powder. I'm going to add that to the same mixture of potatoes and water and the beef base. Put it to the side so that way you know whether or not you had used it, but be sure to clean up the mess. However, like I said, grocery and chaos was today. So you're going to want 2 tastes of black pepper. Like I said, table ground. If you have a very sensitive taste palette, you can use anything else. It's, like I said, to taste. But I really did just word that wrong. Dang it. Okay. Scratch that. If you have a sensitive palate to some things, you can use less of any of the ingredients. You're going to get 1.5 teaspoons. Scratch that, not 2. 1.5 teaspoons of garlic powder. Add 1 and 1/2. 1.5 of garlic. Nextly, for your salt, any salt, kosher, iodized, regular sea salt, Himalayan pink salt. There's going to be a fun fact about that coming right up, so hang on. Okay. Just the tips of your finger. You're going to take a small pinch and distribute that evenly in the pot. Or you can use no more than 1 teaspoon. These are actually portion control storage bowls, and I got those from Temu, and there's a full set. Just the ones that are being used are the red, green, and purple. So there's that. So when you get all that put in there, you're gonna stir it in there, but be careful because if you stir it around too aggressively, it will wind up popping you on the hand. So yeah. And I really do wish that there was such a thing as 4D, for definition for those who may or may not understand. I wish that there was such a thing as 4D telephones and TV, because that smells delicious. I haven't added the cumin in yet because I'm not ready for it yet. Okay. You're going to take, come on, move. You're going to take a clean fork and you're going to try to poke one of those potatoes. They're going to be a little soft, a little firm. And these are perfect. Because it'll also cook in the oven, you're going to want to be mindful how much and how long they cook in the pan for. Next, you're going to add the carrots. So, yeah, there's that. You're going to want to add celery last because celery cooks really quick. So, there's that. There's that bit of information. The fun fact is coming up in a few more seconds, or a few more minutes. All right. So, while we're waiting for those to cook a bit, I'm going to do just a little bit of cleanup. Put up the carrots. Spices will be put up next. And, so, fun fact is Himalayan pink salt, when it was first discovered, was so rare that people literally fought over that salt because it was a culinary delicacy and its rarity. So with that in mind, imagine nowadays, between now and when it was first discovered, how much easier but still rather pricey that Himalayan pink salt can now be bought instead of, something else. That is actually really cool. Now, I'm not using it fresh, like farm kind of fresh, but I'm gonna use some ground beef chuck. Okay? And it's been defrosting for a good portion of time now. Yeah, it might be a little late, but better late than never, right? So, you're going to cut down on the temperature to low, and you're going to see if that's going to simmer. Clear up the space a bit. Yeah, move. Come on, girl, move. Good girl. A soda, a Big Red, is in the red cast iron dish that I just moved aside. So here's why. It was left in the freezer too long, so it kind of overfroze and quote unquote exploded in the fridge. When a soda like that, and it's a canned soda, explodes in the fridge, it's too cold and it stayed in there too long. So I'm not sure how that works, but I know what it does. Still a little frozen in the center, but otherwise it can be worked with. Yep. Try not, don't do this at home the way I'm opening it. So there's that disclaimer. So, gonna want to get about it. I don't have a scale. I'm gonna give little fuzzy Michaela a Snackum. Good girl, you said. Good girl. Okay, down. Easy. I'm just gonna skip down. Easy. Good girl. Oh no. Y'all get different treats. Move. You're gonna want to. Sorry about that. Shoot. I did not think that through, but if you make the mistake like I did and you put it in, like with everything else that's in there, try to make sure that it's defrosted before you cook, and then cook that first. I'm just doing it a little bit different with what I have currently available. And you want to start to break it down in the pot. Try with the spatula first, and then as it cooks, use a different tool. And then I think I'm going to go check on my dad here shortly. So turn. June, be nice. Junebug, be nice. You're going to want to see like a gravy consistency because, meat pies. If it's too thick and a lot of the water has evaporated as you cooked and was absorbed into everything else that went in, you're going to want to put, like I said, with the liquid measuring cup, you're going to want to put another cup of water, or at least just enough where some of it's covered. I think I might have put a little too much. I'm not leading by the best example, but still. I was really anxious today, so bear with me. And a fun fact, another one, as the vegan teacher, so we're gonna throw something in there as well. Vegan is not recommended because it's Viva, enough. Being vegan or vegetarian is not recommended. Here's why: because you don't get the proper nutrients that your body needs in order to thrive. Hence, people I think there are some people out there who go through some kind of malnourishment. And Viva, no. Hey, enough. Really? Playtime already? They're going to be a little noisy in the background, but that's expected. I think 11 total dogs. Go figure. Anyway, so because being vegetarian or vegan, yes, it's a life choice, totally support it. But when it comes down to your health, that's where it gets to be a little more complicated. Because proteins such as beef and chicken, although it is recommended that you understand, let me rephrase that. Enough! Although, yeah, sure, animals do go to some kind of processing plant. Enough! Although there are animals out there that go to processing plants to actually help, put the product on the shelves in the store, some of them are raised, for that purpose. And it's funny because people who say it's inhumane, there's no such thing. I've been explained that several times, and I still believe that there is such a thing. So don't think that I don't hesitate for any stuff like that. I believe that there's always a humane way. That's it. So with that being simplification on its explanation, or at least the best I could do, people have got to understand that it is not recommended because of your natural heritage needs. Our ancestors, or Homo sapiens, the pre-evolution of ourselves, we did not eat specifically plants. We are considered what is known as omnivores. Omnivores, us, it is recommended that we eat a balance of meat, fruits, and vegetables. Hey! Enough! Y'all are being too cute right now and annoying at the same time. Enough! Anyway, because our ancestral pre-evolutionary, ourselves pre-evolution, we ate a balance of meat, fruits, vegetables, grain. We had a really, really balanced diet. So when that is in question, when everybody nowadays is like, oh, I'm going to go vegan because it's inhumane, let's just put it out there that it has been explained to me that humane does not exist. I believe that it still does. Any option that there is, hey, is it humane? And then I get explained what I was explained. I do not agree that things should be left as are said. Otherwise, I would have dropped a lot of subjects and situations stated well beyond everything I know today. My brother was clumsy when washing a mug for my mom. He broke it. I used it that day, so I was put in the blame. Technically, it was not my fault, and it was admitted to shortly after that. But I believed it was my fault because that thought and belief of humane, well, I spent years searching for that exact same cup. Lo and behold, I found it. So I'll be right back. Hang on. Put the lid on that. Yeah, there we go. And this one in particular, my mom really liked because it was a gift from my dad to her. And it's a Queen Bee mug. This is the exact same one. I had found it on eBay. Thank goodness it was not, thank goodness it was not for a bet or a bid. I managed to buy it for no more than $28.95. Or was that actually? Yeah, that was the price. And, that was a surprise from me to my mom because I knew that I owed her one. And stories will not be continued from there because then I'm going to wild myself up. Anyway, back to the subject. You're going to want to keep trying to break down the meat, the ground beef in here, so that way it's not, clumpy or chunky or anything like that. So that way it's, edible. That's all I got for it. Would y'all stop fighting, please? And June, Viva, y'all are mother and daughter, but y'all look way too identical. Jim, you got a mini-me. Think about that, Jim. Like, oh, goodness. Chew your ear. Yeah. So this is June. She's the mama. If you look at the ears, they're not so fluffy, and same with the face. We'll see. You're gonna see why I say that. Get some booty. I'm scratching. Didn't get it back. Yeah. And so this is June. Okay. Remember the details because this is trippy. Trippy. Jojo people. Oh goodness. What you exclusive? And I kid you not. They are identical. The ears are fluffier. The face is fluffier. This is Viva. Viva. Don't look at Michaela. Look at me. Raider. Here's your Viva. And she's been given the nickname Smooches. She's not having it. She don't want to be recorded. But that's Viva and that's June. And Viva is the daughter of June. June had replicated a clone of herself. And that is so freaking funny. People have to remember specific features just to remember which one it is. Alright. So once the meat is broke down enough to your liking, bring down the temperature. And you're going to add about We're gonna add 2 tablespoons of cumin. That doesn't sound right. Yeah. We're gonna add, scratch that, not 2 tablespoons. I'm so sorry, but we're gonna add 1.5 of tablespoons of cumin. So get the chance, you're gonna mix it around, and then you're gonna add a little more beef base. Get to that in here shortly. So yeah, there we go. This thickness is how it needs to be. And we're going to cut it off here shortly. But we're going to add 1 more teaspoon of beef base. 1 teaspoon. We're going to add 2 teaspoons. And we're going to give it some beef flavor. The cumin in a beef dish such as this one will help bring out the beef flavor. So, yeah. Mix that around. And because we're not going to use like all of it, we're gonna turn it off, but keep it on that stove for the time being so it doesn't get overcooked. And we're gonna cut up some celery and some onion. So we're gonna take 1 and 2 sticks of celery. I cut off some of the white portion. By about that much. Alright? Put those aside. If you live on a farm and you have like pigs, those, I think, if I'm not mistaken, we had pigs here too, they will eat and enjoy the celery. So we don't have pigs anymore, so can't really do that. Sometimes I would actually give the pigs some pancakes gone wrong, and they would enjoy them. Snack. Smacking away on them pancakes. When you're cutting the celery, be sure that you watch your fingers, because that is going to hurt if you cut your fingers. I might need 1 more. Hang on. It'd probably be best to have a non-slip, shall we say, cutting board. You can use a counter if you want, but it's not recommended because you would be working with a knife, so it would be scrapes and scratches on the counter. So there's that as well. No more. No more needed. Okay. When you get those, cut them up, right? Okay. I'm gonna put the stove on low, because the heat that's already in there, it's cooking it a little bit more, but not excessively. think. Could be wrong. But in this case, I'm not, because it looks beautiful. Just as I want it. You're going to cut it on low. Like I said, the celery is going to cook really quick. Y'all may very well see my reaction to onion. White onion, or I don't know. It's a yellow onion, but it's been peeled, so I don't know if it's white or yellow, so we'll find out either way what my reaction is to onion in general. My dad, he said, quote, he's been working and cutting onion for a good portion of his time on this earth, that in technical terms, he is immune to it. You know, onions, when they meet your eyes, and it's not bad like you think when I say this, when onions, when they make you tear up, that, it's fine, as I'm still here. They make sulfuric acid, a non-lethal kind, shall we say it like that? Okay, that is really wrong. Something that will not hurt you. It will make an acid that comes from your body that sounds wrong too. Okay, whatever. It makes your eyes water. I swear I'm saying too many things wrong today. Speaking too much in general. I don't know. Okay. Gonna want to cut some small pieces, so you would be mincing the onion. My cuts will not be even because my eyes will start watering here shortly. Maybe not. Am I lucky? No watery eyes? Maybe? Oh, there goes the nose. Nope. Maybe no watery eyes. Maybe not this time. You shall not make me cry. Sorry, my humor's off. Like Dracula from storybooks and movies is allergic to and hurts him kind of garlic. You know, just like Dracula does not like garlic, I do not like cutting onion. Because of the reaction it gives. Anyway. It almost looks like a stew. It looks good. I'm going to show you in a bit here shortly. I might have added too much beef. Alright, so you're going to clean up a bit. So, make sure that your work area is clean. So that way you're not, stumbling over things. Where's this? Where's that? So, it's a live video. I still apologize for any viewers afterwards that are, quote, trying to get to the point. But I've been cooking with no music, which is boring, which is not fun. But I love to cook, so that's fun. So, yeah, cooking, fun. Oh, still boring. Anyway, you're going to want to take a gallon Ziploc, and we bought some today, and you're going to want to put whatever remaining you have, chuck beef ground in a bag. Mine would require a gallon, but put it in a bag that you are, able and it will fit into. So I want to make sure that however you store it, I'm going to put mine in the fridge. So this will be going in the fridge for another recipe another day. So fridge. All right, make sure your space is clear, like I said. This goes in same area as the other ones. Because you don't have farm animals and you're not aware, just throw the scraps away from the celery. So, see if we thought out. Yes, it's thought out. So this is the Pillsbury, the Pillsbury pie crust. And I'm not 100% sure about the exact measurements, but you're going to take a large muffin pan for your mini meat pies. And you're gonna hang on. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna open up. Any dishes that you're not gonna use can go into the sink or dishwasher or however y'all do that. And take that out of its package. You're gonna gently unroll it. So yeah. Okay. Okay, here we go. The other thing I'm looking for is in Alright, so that was unexpected. So I'm going to take a paring knife. Okay. And you're going to try to you're going to try to cut out the shape of your, or the shape and size of the baking pan. I'm making 4. Okay, that's not big enough. So, yeah. Crap. I just led by another bad example. Okay. I'm going to try it this way, but if you got it right, good. You want to make sure that you have it exactly to the shape and size to your pan as you are kneading it. So, you want to make sure that if you have them, you're going to get some cutters. We have somewhere around this house some biscuit cutters. I don't know what happened to them, but I would have gotten what I needed shape-wise and everything else. So, okay, let's try it this way, shall we? And if you're making it homemade, cool, because anything homemade is better. Good nutrients, better taste, so on and so forth. Farm grown and or raised stuff is good as well. Really good for you. So, yeah, stuff like that. Like I said, you really want to make sure that you have room. So you're going to roll it out if you kind of didn't get the right size on the first one. It's fine, it's fine. Sometimes mistakes can be fixed. All right? It's fine if when you're rolling it back out that it's not perfect. Because it'll probably get rolled out again to make room to make another one. So shall we try it this way then? Gonna gently make sure that you got the shape of your things or the cupcakes. Words, right? You want to make sure that there's a little bit extra off the edges. So and if it's a little bit thicker in the after the rollout, then it's fine, right? So I'm going to show you how to upgrade that. Not fix it, upgrade. Sorry. Playing with the dough. Yeah, no, I'm trying to get it back together. A little dough ball right there. So they're a little bit too thick. I don't know if y'all saw that, but still, they're a little bit too thick. Can roll them out once in each direction, including at angles. Because nobody asked you, June. Nobody asked. So, also want to be careful when you put it in the pan. Speaking of, you want to make sure that after about 20 minutes of it simmering, you want to make sure that you turn off the stove. And what June, we're going to just make 2 tonight because it's like almost 6:50 in the evening. So we're just going to make 2 this evening. 2 mini meat pies. 1 per person. Okay, now that you have those situated, you're going to take the rest of the dough that you had from either the 2 package or if you're making the same amount as me, from what you already cut from, and you're going to roll it out. But you want to make sure that you keep it thick, so that way it puffs and it looks tasty and puffy and when it's out of the oven. Or, as a better alternative, if this doesn't want to fluff, you can always use some puff pastry next time around. Or if you have it, you can do that as you have it. And you could use it on the bottom for the crust itself, or you can use it for the bottom, or the top, for the top of the pie, and it will be tasty and fluffy. I do not like it when that happens. No. If y'all heard that, I do not like it when the rolling pan and the dough get rolled together like sushi. So, yeah. Like I said, you want to make sure that it's a little bit thick when you're done rolling it out. So that way you have a somewhat decent puff. So, I messed it up. Dang it. When it comes down to some preparations of dinner, I could and can be a bit of a perfectionist, so there's that. So this video might very well take a little bit too long, so there's that as well. And yes, I'm using the pencil method for knife skills. Clearly, I'm not left-handed, so one of them will be a little off-ish, maybe. That actually turned out a lot better than I thought it would. Alright, so, want to see the meat pie filling? It looks really good. So, it smells. That's it. So, alright. So, you don't want to get like too much of the gravy stuff in there. So use not a broken one, but something like that. So here. So we're going to make sure they have this on the stove. Make sure you get the potatoes and all of that. You don't want to fill them up too much at that as well. Now, if you want to make sure that you have some kind of moisture in with the pies themselves, you're going to get a spoon like this. Gonna try to get some juice. Gonna drizzle it. Okay. I'm gonna get the top. Skipping a step here. Okay, you're gonna get Michaela, move. Okay. You're gonna get the top of your pie. Put it like so. Alright. Pat it down, you're gonna try to line it up. And here's why. I'm gonna take a clean fork. Gonna do that. It would really help if I had both hands and equipment, so kind of got to bear with me here. Okay. I'm going to take the paring knife. Just like that. All right, and there you have it. And bake them, put an egg wash on them, and I'll see y'all and how y'all react on the little post. So, thank y'all so much for watching this, I would assume, recipe. Not like recipe print off, but like a recipe that, works. So, y'all take care. Bye.